This is an introduction to reverse mergers by John Lux. My disclaimer, this is not investment or financial advice to you. It's simply an introduction, a summary. Be sure to get qualified professionals to help you. Why do a reverse merger? They're used to go public, get publicly trading stock fast and in an inexpensive way. You can have some financing occurring at the time or later. They provide an exit strategy for investors, and that makes it easier to raise money. Defined, reverse merger is where a private company, an operating company, is acquired by an inactive public company. The inactive public company is usually called a public shell. Because the operating company is larger than the inactive public company, and for the most part, larger companies acquire smaller companies, but in reverse mergers, the small company acquires the operating company, the shell acquires the operating company. They call them reverse mergers. So why go public? Under the Securities Act of 1933, to sell stock to the public, your company must register with the Securities and Exchange Commission. You file with the SEC, and when it's released, you can sell your stock to the public. It's then publicly trading. Now, the process of doing a reverse merger makes it faster to get publicly trading stock. Public companies have an easier time raising money because the investor has a built-in exit strategy. I've seen investors who refused to invest in a private company that was going to file a public offering because there was no guarantee the company would complete the offering document. Private companies have no built-in exit strategies, and the investors can be locked in. So you definitely get a better deal if you're selling stock in a public company. Now, there's a lot of other reasons to do reverse mergers. Some people use them for estate tax purposes, to provide a market to cash out stock, for incentive stock options, to motivate and compensate top employees, to be able to print your own stock for acquisitions, or simply for the prestige of it. There's nothing like being public to immediately increase your wealth. And you or the company can also buy back your stock when it's underpriced. You can sell it when it's overpriced, raise more money when it's overpriced, subject to, of course, to the insider trading rules. Basically, being public maximizes your choices. Other advantages, you can be sure of going public even in a bad market when you do a reverse merger. You set the terms, not an underwriter. You get full value for your company, and you keep control. So an OTC shell is a company that becomes inactive. It's a publicly trading company whose business falls down or whatever, but the stock is still trading in public hands. So it's called a shell because it has no business, may have no assets. Shells are generally traded in the over-the-counter bulletin board or the pink sheets. Shells with assets may trade on an exchange if they meet the requirements. Cost of doing a reverse merger varies. You can buy control of a shell for cash, or if you have a very valuable company, the shell owner may simply want to keep part of the stock in the deal, or there's any combination thereof. Basically, it depends on the market value and potential of your company. You also have legal and accounting costs. Costs vary widely. I've seen control of a pink sheet shell go for $50,000. On the high side, an over-the-counter bulletin board shell that's clean may cost $500,000. And you have to be sure to compensate the shell owners for their assets. The process, you decide to go public in a reverse merger. You locate a clean public shell, negotiate a letter of intent, do the due diligence, get the accounting statements up to speed, file with the SEC, close the merger, and you're trading. How do you find a public shell? On merger and acquisitions websites. They're advertised for sale on the internet, through M&A brokers, financial newspapers. What to look for, you want a clean public shell. No liabilities, no undisclosed warrants or contracts, stock options that could come back to haunt you. So you have to do very good due diligence. You want to know all about the company. But be advised, there will always be some risk. as in any merger. So if you want to put your company in shape to go public yourself, you have to review your corporate documents, your accounting statements. We can give you a checklist of what you have to do. Mail me at lux.investor@gmail. Now the most important thing is trading in the aftermarket, because that'll determine how easy it is for you to raise money and the price at which you're going to sell stock yourself, or the company will sell stock to raise money. Very important, the aftermarket. Most people do not focus on this. So what are the next steps? You can learn more at www.reverse-merger.info. You can go to my YouTube videos. I've got a blog on the more advanced aspects of reverse mergers, and I invite you to learn more. Here's the picture of the blog, Reverse Merger Made Easy. Make a note of the address, it'll help you along. Thank you very much.